Namaste Aries, I hope that you're doing great. Adrian here, psychic medium, regression hypnosis practitioner, and this is your general reading for December 2021. So sun, moon, rising and ascending for the sign of Aries. Also look at your Venus placement because that is your placement for love and finance. And if you don't know where any of your placements are, you're not sure, there's a link down below in the description that says free natal chart that you can check it out, and it really does benefit you quite a lot for your life in general overall. All right. Also Aries, if you're interested, I've got a beautiful special at the moment in interest of Black Friday, so instead of my normal 1.5 hour readings, which I still have, I've got a 30-minute readings for $13. So if you're interested in that, do let me know. It's for November only. All right. So let's do your reading, Aries. So we're going to get you some oracle guidance, and then we're going to go and get your tarot. And at the end of your reading, with a angel tarot message. So quite a nice detailed reading for you. So stick with me from beginning to end to make sure that you get all the golden nuggets that the universe would like to provide you with. All right. Remember, just take what resonates with you. Don't worry about the rest. What card is sticking out here? Protection, Aries. So this is letting you know, this energy is letting you know that you are being protected on earth, that Gaia is protecting you. And the thing to understand is that because we are a physical expression of the human universe, we are protected. Protection is always available. Guidance is always available. Wonderful solutions to all our problems is always available. The one thing that you want to focus on is becoming a vibrational match for the opportunity and the solution that already exists. And that is what I teach in my 8 weeks mind unlocking and psychic development coaching, which is taught by a private Facebook group. The details are in the description down below. Okay. What guidance do we have for Aries, please? What guidance do we have for Aries for December 2021, please? What guidance do we have for Aries? Clarity. This is the same energy that came out for Pisces. Clarity. Okay, so maybe you're dealing with a Pisces, maybe you've got strong Pisces in your chart, maybe it's just for you, but Aries, life is letting you know that, something beautiful is about to almost come your way. It's almost like, prosperity just come knocking on your door type of thing, all right? So you might be in for a really beautiful, pleasant surprise. And how amazing is that? To everything that's happening in the world. Some of you may be in a space where you may have lost recently, but it feels more for me like space was being made for new things. Some of you may have been really holding on to certain things, and some space is being created for you. Okay, now let's do your tarot, and we're going to use the Osho Zen Tarot for that, which I love because it's all about your spiritual journey of life. And I'm also busy creating an Osho Zen online tarot reading course at the moment, which is going to rock. I'm so excited about it. Okay, so for your current space, new beginnings. This is you basically right in your reading. Aries, you've got the Fool. New beginnings, new starts. The past is behind you. What you needed to do, sometimes in life we can get very stuck by trying to finish a contract or finish a conversation or that sort of thing, and sometimes we really want to do the respectful thing, but when we try too much to fix things sometimes or to leave it in the best sort of standing possible, we can sort of almost like keep ourselves behind with it. All right. Sorry. So this is your space basically. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay, and it might not feel that way at the moment, but there's beautiful, wonderful things that's coming your way. Okay. Direct influence for you at the moment is abundance. Okay, so what is the new things that you are being aligned with? Abundance, flow, prosperity, dreams coming true, unfolding, a space where you can sort of rest and let the magic come to you, Aries. Okay, recent energy that brought you out there, the outsider. And look at the padlock on this picture. The padlock isn't locked. So for some of you, you may have felt very trapped, and life somehow had to give you a little bit of a shake to make you realize that you're not. All right. Let's see what is the direct influence that the universe is supporting you with at the moment. What is the energy that is basically flowing into your life? I'm going to take, okay, I said I was going to take the top card, but then the other one definitely wanted to come with me. So going with the flow and control, water energy and swords energy, water swords, all right? Yeah, for some of you, it's almost like you you're almost like trying to maybe control a situation that is more like a situation that requires faith. All right. So you're almost being asked to surrender to that higher power. And then sometimes in life, you get into a space where you feel so trapped and you feel like nothing is working. But then when we feel that nothing is working and we don't know how to figure that out, you can just as well surrender to a higher power, which is what you are being invited to do here at the moment. And why are you being, invited to surrender to a higher power? Because when you surrender to that higher power, there's a more prosperous flow for you. There's a better way of being available for you, Aries. Okay, your life can be a lot easier than what it is at the moment. Ancestral influence for you at the moment, silence, Aquarius energy. All right. There is a good plan available here for you, and life is calling you to silence so that you can sort of like align with that plan. All right. And what is the prospective outcome for Aries, please? The miser. The one thing that you want to be careful of, Aries, is hoarding. All right. Some of you might go into a space where you might be holding on to things, holding on to people, holding on to beliefs, holding on to set outcomes that you wanted to have, a dream that has to be a certain way. And what you're being told here at the moment is that if you kind of, very committed to that, you can get exactly what you want, but it might not be as fulfilling as you actually would have hoped it to be. That is why you are being, encouraged to surrender to a higher power. And for some reason, some of you seem very hesitant to do that. Okay. Let's clarify the Fool there in your current space. What is this new beginnings here? Is it a physical new beginning of mind, job, money? What's happening here for? Oh, it seems to be a new beginning of everything. So you've got the actually you had the Knight of Swords first and the Two of Pentacles. Some of you feel that your efforts are being overlooked and have been overlooked. The good things that you have seen, it's almost like walking into a boardroom or something like that, and suddenly there's a whole lot of files on the table and you might think that you're in trouble, and suddenly you find yourself being in charge of everything. Okay. Then we also have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Swords over there. Some of you are you're getting the lesson, you are releasing, you are struggling, but you are releasing. Okay. Let's see what this abundance energy. Sometimes new beginnings can be quite tough. You've got the World, the Five of Cups, and the King of Cups. So it's not your imagination, Aries, that when you feel that there's a new beginning that's coming about for you, when you feel that you might be going into a more prosperous area, it's not wishful thinking. It's almost like somebody's breaking you down. They might be saying, I suppose all the proper things, you want to be logical, you want to make sure that it makes sense, and have you checked all the benefits, and etc., etc., etc. But I feel that for some of you, you're actually realizing that you are recreating sort of like present fears, but you're creating it from past fears, things that haven't been dealt with. All right. And as a good friend said to me recently, let the baggage go. Leave the past in the past. Very good advice. And sometimes we don't realize that we are carrying certain things with us until it's pointed out to us. All right. So you maybe want to do a bit of that introspection. Okay. Let's look at that recent past energy there, that 5, that outsider, but you are going in a good direction. I just want to be clear about that. All right. So with the 5, that outsider there in the recent past, money might have been quite tight, or time might have been quite tight. You've got the 4 of Pentacles over there, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Death card. So on paper, your life might have been fine, but and I think this is something that we sometimes find, especially with money, or it could be in a relationship or whatever, that you sometimes get what you think you're supposed to get, and when you get it, you realize this, this victory is pretty empty. Okay, and then you realize that maybe it's time to look at things in a different way. Maybe you've been working really hard for something that you now realize, well, I don't really want this. And I wouldn't blame myself too much about that, because, sometimes we realize we want different things, and we only realize it when we have what we realize we don't want to have. It's human. Okay, you can always choose again. I like what Louise Hay, the founder of Hay House, used to say, that that the world creates your thinking, and if you don't like your manifestation, then think a different thought, and you get a different manifestation. All right. So let's look at that divine influence, that control, and going with that flow over there. That surrendering to a higher power that you were encouraged to do. 7 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and the Judgment card. It's time to let go. You're not going to fight the fights with them. There are some people here that, and this is something to bear in mind, Aries. There might be there might be people here that want to hop onto the gravy train. Okay, you would know who those people are, and you might say, well, I don't want to be a nasty person. Let me maybe help in the way that I can. I wouldn't really recommend that. Okay. Let's see, what is this? I like this ancestral, subconscious, pathological influence that you have over here, the energy that's flowing, the way that life sees you. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the King of Swords, so you're getting that clarity of mind back. Then you've got the Queen of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. So some of you are very, very concerned. You are busy moving into new strengths. You are there's some financial contracts and stuff that might be discussed behind your back, but in your favor. And so, just to let you know, the things that you are worried about, especially those of you that are worried about the physical manifestation, things are in a space where you can get everything you desire. I just feel I should draw another card on that, because there's some more guidance there. The High Priestess. Okay. So if some of you are asking, what do I need to do to get things to flow? Work at getting in alignment, work at getting in balance. Remember, as I said, with that online coaching of mine, that Mind Unlocking and Psychic Development coaching, it's all about getting you in the balance. The fact that there's already a perfect plan for you, you just need to align with that plan. All right. Now let's look at this outcome here for you, because this outcome had me a little bit concerned. 9 of Cups, 4 of Cups, and 6 of Cups, as well as the Knight of Cups down below. I'm not saying that you shouldn't follow your passion. I'm not saying that you shouldn't follow your heart. I'm not saying any of those things. All I'm saying is there might still be some inner forgiveness and healing that you need to do here, Aries. And if you don't, it might serve to your detriment. Okay? But let's see what we've... And the inner healing that we were speaking about, remember, working at getting your balance within yourself, your yin, your yang, the divine male, your divine feminine, okay? Just getting a sense of peace within yourself. Nobody says that you have to go on a sabbatical or anything like that, okay? And if that resonates with you, I really appreciate you liking the video, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And let's get you an Angel Tarot card. What is it that Aries needs to know? Bit of a heavy reading here for Aries. So what is it that Aries needs to know? What can you share with Aries, please, just before we end the video? What guidance is there for Aries, please? I mean, obviously you're going to be okay, but one also wants to know how. The Hermit, Archangel Ratziel, it's time for rest. It's time for a body break. Okay, it's time to honor the body by giving it a rest. And sometimes you say, well, I don't have the time to do that. Well, the simple thing is, if you don't give yourself the time, eventually your body's going to take the time, and usually does it at the most inconvenient times. All right. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. Okay. So basically, I would strongly recommend taking some time out to rebalance your energy, basically, Aries. Okay. So that the solution can come to you and you don't have to go look for it. All right. So I hope that it helps. I'll see you next time. Namaste. Love and light.